right, AK, how about you? Let's go into the 1900s again.
Yeah, back to the 1900s.
Let's go back to the 1900s.
We have to go a little further back.
Yeah.
AK, brother AK. Yeah.
What? No, I did. Alia said it. I think first the credit. I'm very grateful to God for my mother. Dr. AK Murtadha was highly instrumental in encouraging imagination, and boredom was a curse word in our house. So, still to this day, she spells it. My mother, she says B-O-R-E. She'll say, I'm so B-O-R-E-D at that.
She spells it out.
Yes.
My mom would always say,
B-O-R-I-N-G.
my mom would always say, only boring people get bored.
There it is.
I tell my kids,
there it is.
And I tell my kids, if you're bored, I'll give you something to do.
Exactly.
So they find something to do.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah. So
That's great.
We played a lot with our imaginations. We learned a lot with our imaginations. She's an educator herself, and so just the importance of the arts was stressed. So even though we didn't grow up with a lot of financial resources, we also had. We grew up in Washington D.C. So, and I say we in terms of both Alia and myself, but my family, and we had the Smithsonian there, which was free. We had children's museums. We had, so we would go to the Kennedy Center and see children's plays and things like that. And so seeing those type of things and seeing the many art shows and dance festivals and things like that. I also had an aunt who was in a group called Sweet Honey in the Rock, and seeing her perform on stage was incredibly inspiring. I also had a cousin. So there were family members who were doing things, and I had a cousin who I saw on a PBS special as an actor. I was 6 years old, and I looked at it, and it just stuck with me, and I said, I want to do that. I got to do that. That I want to do. And it was always there. So writing stories. I'm also the oldest child of 15, and so
15.
Yeah, my
Wow.
What do you call it? Joint families or what have you. So
my
parents
blended.
divorced, and then blended families. Thank you, Alia. But yeah, my parents divorced and then remarried, and so I'm the oldest of all of them. So a lot of times, as the oldest brother who is entertaining and babysitting and all right, so this is what we're gonna do. All right. So the director comes out, the storyteller comes out, and the performer, all right, make us laugh, Abdul-Khaliq. Tid, what's the new game you have? Make up a game then. Okay, my little 4-year-old, 5-year-old sibling. All right, no problem. But it lent itself and leaned into the performative space. Then, every opportunity that I got a chance to do something, I would beg my parents to. My father was a bit against it. He was a bit stringent when it came to that sort of thing, because he felt like it was frivolous and felt like he had seen a lot of stories where young men went off the wayward
lost themselves,
or
and
just
you do
found
see that
other
a lot in
directions.
child actors and things.
Yeah, and so he was afraid of that. He would probably say, "I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid at all. I just knew what I wanted you to do." So so eventually, much like Alia, in the second grade, I was in the Imp That Saved Christmas.
That's great.
I remember being in the lineup, and they were looking for the imp, and so they would have the kids step forward, and they had to jerk themselves away from Santa Claus. And so I'm looking at these kids, And this one kid, he's jerking himself away from Santa Claus, but he wasn't doing it. You know? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, come on, jerk. And the superintendent of schools, who was friends with the second grade teacher and the principal, said, oh, that kid right there. Give him a try.
Yeah.
And so my name was called, and I thought I'd done something. It's like, man, I should have just been still.
Yeah.
And so, so they called me up and they said, yes, that's perfect. And because, my father was he fought against it. He was like, nah, I don't think. The principal came to this, the second grade teacher came, and they would say, no, he's got to do it. He's the only one who could do it. And so I said, oh gosh, yeah, let him go.
I'm the chosen imp.
Yes, I'm the chosen. You want him to be the imp? Oh. So when I stepped out onto the stage, and all the, you know how it is with parents in the second grade Christmas parade.
Yeah.
It's their children come on, and it's like paparazzi. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful, Yeah. So it was, once the lights hit me, I was stuck.
Yeah.
This is great. I love this.
Attention.
My heart's hammering, and all I'm doing is standing here, and it's great. Yeah. So, but the training itself then came through high school, and a great English teacher by the name of Linda Staub, who was very instrumental in saying, all right, look, here's Shakespeare, here's Lorraine Hansberry, here's James Baldwin, and I was overjoyed. And in addition to my parents who were giving us those things as well, to study and to read. And we didn't have, screens weren't as ubiquitous as they are nowadays. So, it was here. No, you BORED, get a book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go to the library. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
So I was a voracious reader as a child, and that was a big part of it too. Just allowing my imagination to continue to grow, and having parents that supported it.
What I like